And then for some reason you have to slap the fish. Just keep... Oh, then you have to do these positions. This is going to be tough with my leg. All right, I'm going to pause it 1 sec. Oh, that's the TV remote. Hello. Last time we saw each other was about 2 weeks ago, and if you recall, besides finding bullets, I also got a little foot injury. I went to the doctor the next day. They x-rayed it. It's not broken. They gave me like a little boot for my foot. Hobbled around for a week. Went to a podiatrist. They couldn't tell me much else except, order some more x-rays. It's not broken, but it's probably like either muscle or tendon or ligaments. And they say if you rest enough that most of the time they just heal on their own. He said I can still go to work provided I pretty much spend all the rest of my waking hours not doing too much activity. So it's been a lot of couch time, a lot of rest, ice, compression, and elevation. And needless to say, I can't really go out fishing right now. But I can put weight on it. I can, walk around. And today, I'm going to do a little exercise. Doesn't involve my legs too much, although there will be some moments where legs are required, but nothing strenuous. I have a video game. Rapala for Kinect. This is for the Xbox 360. It came out 8 years ago in 2011, so this is going to be very, very topical. I have played it quite a few times before. It's fun, but it's also very, it has some unique elements to it that you'll soon see. I haven't made it very far in this game. Maybe we'll make it a little farther tonight. It does require the Kinect, so that's my TV. That thing on top of it is the Kinect. It can be played as a two-player game, like two people at the same time, but we've found, my wife and I, that it really does not work as well that way. It's constantly pausing and saying that you have to readjust yourselves so that the Kinect can see you. So anyway, let's turn it on. I'll give you a couple different views, and I don't know. This will be silly. Okay. Volume down a little bit here. Let's see if we can get things going here. Push both your arms forward to start playing. Alright, this has been a while, you guys, so I don't even remember too much about this. Okay? Unable to identify you. In order to proceed, you must be... Please select a gamer profile. That's me. I'm Bruck. And that's just a generic dog as my profile picture. Storage device is damaged. Please replace storage. Okay. Are you Bruck? Yes. Sure. Okay, so, Rapala, as most of you know, is a lure company. So, and they are from Finland. It's a Finnish lure company. And you're going to hear a lot of weird language in this game. And it could be Finnish. However, I know a couple Finnish people quite well. And, well, I haven't had any... we haven't confirmed with them whether it's real Finnish or just gibberish. But there's some colorful and indiscernible language in this game that you will soon be... Sorry. Okay, so this is just an annoying thing about the Kinect itself. Single player. You gotta be real good with that arm. Okay, let's see here. So I've only unlocked 2 different locations here. In fact, I don't think I've ever caught a largemouth bass in this game. Alright, that's me. You know, Brock. Okay.
Welcome to 10 Mile Gorge in the beautiful southwestern United States. Amid its rugged red rocks and towering cliffs, we'll see some of the finest fishing around.
Alright, so to cast, alright, our target fish is the cutthroat trout. You're supposed to kind of identify the fish by the shadows you see. With your left hand, you decide where you're gonna cast. See that arrow, and then with your right hand, you cast. You're supposed to be aiming for some of those shadows of fish, and then your body has to match up to what this guy's doing. Don Dare to Dell. Okay, now you really do have to do a hook set here. Ah! Oh, there's a nice big one. Okay, that's a good. Okay. Okay. Now you have to reel to the side that the arrow's telling you to. Now, do you actually have to do the reeling motion that I'm doing? Absolutely not. Okay, I'll go easy. And then, for some reason, you have to slap the fish. Just keep... Oh, then you have to do these positions. This is going to be tough with my leg. See? Down. There we go. Okay, and now you find out. So it's a 5-pound, 4-ounce cutthroat trout, 15.74 inches. All right, I'm going to pause it 1 sec. Oh, that's the TV remote. Yeah, so once you hook set, you have to like lean in the direction that the arrows are pointing to keep the fish on. You don't have to do the reeling. I just do that just to, I guess to get more exercise or something. But yeah, you really just have to lean in those directions, and then they'll do these like weird challenges where you have to like match the avatar's movements with your own body. And that last time I mostly was not matching any of them, because when you do, it lets you know, and the avatar kind of like lights up, or there's some kind of indication. So I'm doing terribly so far, but it's surprisingly fun, especially if you're playing with other people, which I'm not. Okay guys, let's try that again. I've got you mounted on my head now. Go. So we aim. There's a nice fish shadow there. Devadu. Here we go. Got it. Good, hook set. Okay. Good. Other way, other way, other way. Now sometimes you can choose easy or hard. You'll see that in a second, I'm sure. Choose one. Here we go. Let's go hard. Ninja. Huh. Monkey. I can never get the monkey. This one's tough with my leg too, so I'm not going to go crazy. It's okay. He'll stay hooked. I just won't get the monkey. I just won't get the points for the monkey. And it means that he's going to put up a bigger fight. It's going to take longer to reel him in. Okay. Well, I caught him. Cutthroat trout. Let's try to get a different species this time. I don't know if you guys can pick it up, but you can see their shadows like in the water. That looks more like a smallmouth maybe. Let's see. A striper. There's a striper in the area. Diva de Point May. Ting ha ishi. That looks like a crappie. Okay, crappie on. Again, you don't have to reel. Choose one, choose one. Here we go. Hard, let's go hard, get more points. Lightning. Hands up. Ugh. See, we have to do the salute. Come on. It's not registering the salute. I don't know why. Damn it, that means the fish is gonna run with it. Come on. Okay, he's running, he's running. Over here.
Results. A keeper.
3-pound crappie. I would say that's not bad. And only 11 inches. Dang. Okay, see if we can go to a different location this time. Somehow I'm in the lead versus all my fake competitors. It's actually more of a workout than real fishing. Oh right, there's these boat races too. Oh, I'm terrible at this. Some jumps coming up. Now I think I could actually jump, but I'm not going to do that with my leg. Oh, I received an item, a pro rod. Okay, target fish, smallmouth bass. Must be, I think there's a new location here.
3, 2, 1, go! Move the cursor with your left hand. Ouch, the dull, Dan.
I don't know what this is supposed to simulate, but... It's not registering. Gotta watch the leg. I don't know what's going on with that. Usually I can hit more of those poses, but I don't know if it's the Kinect or me or what, but so you can go to the tackle box, you can pick out different lures to use. I think certain ones get unlocked. Yep, see there's some that are still locked. And these are all like actual Rapala products as well. Pretty genius marketing there. Erdy. So now I'm, retrieving, trying to entice the fish, following my avatar. There comes the fish. Looks like a striper. And there's my hook set. Semi-pro.
Check it out. Results. That'll work.
Okay,
Cursor with your left hand.
I'm worn out. Let's talk. Okay, so considering that was probably the most exercise I've had in at least 2 weeks, I kind of just, I'm either taking a breather or stopping. And also, certain parts of my foot were getting sore, not my injury part. What happens with this foot injury is that, I'll compensate for the injury, and it's like my body just, like automatically knows what not to put pressure on, so it doesn't, but then you end up putting more pressure on other parts like your ankle and kind of like this area right here, so that's what gets sore. But injury is not getting any worse. So anyway, I wanted to kind of rank different elements of the game and then give it a ranking overall. So everything's going to be ranked 0 to 10, 10 being the best. And then we'll have like an overall ranking. Gameplay, I had to give it a 4, and it's mainly just because of the Kinect and its difficulty, like picking up your body and your body's movements. That might be a result of the size of my living room and not having enough space. But I feel like it's not something I'm doing. It's constantly having a problem picking you up, and then having your avatar do what you're doing, especially when it makes you strike those poses. The graphics, now keep in mind this is Xbox 360, so I think it's obsolete 2 times over at this point, and the game's from 2011. So I gave it a 7 for graphics. I mean, they're kind of cartoony. They're not like super realistic, but for the time and place, they're a 7. Exercise factor, like, do you actually get a workout? I'm giving it an 8 because I just did that for like 5 minutes and I'm sweaty. And if you get really into it and you do the extra stuff, like the actual reeling in, like I was, like you do work up a little sweat. Now keep in mind I'm in terrible shape, but for me, from my point of view, it gets an 8. Realism. Is it anything like real fishing? Absolutely not. I gave it a 2. First of all, you're not catching fish every cast in real fishing. You don't necessarily see the fish that you're casting to catch. You don't, at least where I live, you don't have the same variety of species in any given body of water. You're not catching 3-pound crappie. All those things are super unrealistic. But if you look at it from the marketing perspective of Rapala, they want you to think that you're always going to be catching all kinds of fish on Rapala lures all the time. So I get why they did it, but it's nothing like real fishing. And also with the like slapping the fish and striking weird poses, I don't know where that came from. Fun factor. Now fun factor, I gave it a double weight. So all these other things were just like one category. Fun, I gave it 2, double the points. The fun factor is really what matters. Do you have fun when you're playing it? Fun factor, I'm actually going to give it a 6 because it's really fun to play, especially when you're playing with other people. Just all the kind of zaniness going on, the weird phrases that they're constantly shouting out that you have no idea what they mean, but they're fun to say. The striking the funny poses, even the fact that the monkey pose never works is just hilarious and fun. So that's weighted double, so it gets 6 times 2, it gets a 12 for fun. So if you average all of those categories out, it gets a 6.6 overall out of 10. So fun game. Definitely, something to keep my fishing energy going while I can't really get out there quite yet. So I don't know, check it out if anybody still has an Xbox 360. One more thing I want to tell you, I just ordered an ice shanty today. A little one-man, it's kind of like a pop-up ice shanty. So when that gets here, maybe I'll pop it open and do a little review because it's probably not going to get icy for another 2 or 3 months. But I'm excited. I always like new gear and stuff like that. So anyway, I'll stop talking. Just wanted to give everybody an update. And I hope everybody's healthy and out there and fishing and catching a lot of fish. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family, drop a like, drop a comment. Do whatever you want. It's a free country. And fish like there's no tomorrow. Peace.